Three. I like that countdown. 3, 2, 1. Lift off. Xander says that a lot.
He says lift off.
No, he says 3, 2, 1, go. This is a school thing.
But countdowns are important.
So, why?
They allow you to focus, get yourself ready to do something.
Yeah. He says, ready, set, go as well. Like when he climbs up at the top of the slide, he's up there, he says, ready, set, go. And then he goes down. Like, you're braving up yourself. All right, so we're live. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the live. I see 3 persons on so far. Tony, you keep forgetting to promote the live.
Oh, yeah.
Keep forgetting to promote the live. We need more persons to see the live. So hi everybody, what have you been up to this week?
Hi Allison, welcome to the show.
Oh, I should say last week. Hi Allison, Diary of a Vegan.
GG4,
GG4, happy Sunday.
I don't know what's happening, but I feel like the week is finishing very quickly.
Tony, it's almost December.
Yeah,
like half of the year has gone. Literally just went. So if you had no goals or no dreams or aspirations or something that you wanted to achieve, well, you just done yourself because you did not set the goal in January.
I don't know. I feel like the days must be shorter or something.
Yeah.
The time just, by the time I blink, it's Wednesday and then it's Sunday again.
Did you set a goal for this year? What was your goal in January? Tell me one goal you set that maybe you achieved it already or you're almost there.
I don't even know if I set any. I'm trying to remember. As the thing with goals, you can't just set them in January and forget them. You have to check them back every month.
I have a whole long list of goals that I have set.
Hi, Vaughn. Welcome. Hi, Nadine. Nicole Brown. Blessings as well. Hi, Allison Lindsay. It's the first time I've seen that name. Allison Lindsay. 3-Blade Ceiling Fan. Hi.
Hi. I just saw a note coming from you, but I haven't read it yet. 3-Blade Ceiling Fan. I think it was a email. But I haven't read it yet, so I'll read it after the live.
Hi, Joy. Welcome. Thanks for watching from New York.
Where is everybody from? Are you all from Jamaica? Tell us which country you're from. You're watching us from, or you're joining us from. What's the right word I'm looking for?
Yeah, both can be used.
So I know Joy's from New York. Where's everybody else? Drop your country in the chat.
Hi, Monica. Hi, Anthony.
I think Anthony's from the States, right, Anthony? Florida. GQ4 is from Florida. Yeah, drop your part of the town in the chat.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Monica is from Canada.
Nassau, Bahamas.
Nassau, Bahamas. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Safi. Where's Safi again? London, New York, Paris, Munich.
I think Safi's from Jamaica.
Jamaica?
No?
I don't know. You know that song that says, London, Paris, Munich, everybody talk about pop music, something like that.
Really? I don't know that one, Mom.
All right, this is Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Yeah. Alice is from St. Catherine, Jamaica. Yeah, Allison. We were in St. Catherine yesterday at Palmetto Pines. Watching from Yard. Yes, that's Jamaica. Janet is watching from Long Island, New York. Hi, good day. Patrick. Miss Davis and Anthony. You mean Tony or you mean Anthony?
Yeah, I think he means Tony. Back in England this week, usually in California. We have some travelers.
Travelers. Why the traveling get more hectic, more hectic. So tell us where you're from. All right. Sharmit is from Canada. Toronto, Canada. Watching from Toronto. Oh, great. I think Toronto is, are they still 1 hour ahead of us? Are you 1 hour ahead of us still?
Is ahead or behind?
All right. Marilyn is from London.
Nadine is from Beaufort. GA is what? Georgia? Pennsylvania?
What is GA?
Is it Georgia?
GA. Is that a country or is that a state?
I think it's a state.
I don't know my geography well, at least not when it comes to America anyway. All right, so here's the first question. So everybody, we answer your questions on money, finance, and real estate. I'm Claudia, and I have Tony on beside me, and we sell real estate in Jamaica. So the first question is here, based on the last sale price of Chemtech homes.
Let me go back to the question.
Yeah. The last sale price of Chemtech's homes. Can you make a reasonable guess what Portmore is likely to go for? Oh my gosh. No.
It should be comparative to the new one, the new development though, right?
Which new development?
Portridge.
Portridge is New Era Homes. Might be similar, yeah.
Right. I don't see it being less.
Why not? Could be less.
Chemtech does a really high standard quality home.
But Chemtech really priced their homes cheap. I was like, when they came to Draxar at 12 million, finished at 40, they could have easily have gotten 20 million for those houses, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
Then they went to Trelawney and started at, I think the 3 beds were like 18 million.
All right, so let's see.
And Gore was down the road at, no, Gore, I think Gore did finish Coral Springs already.
All right, so you know what Gore sold Coral Springs for at the time?
Cheap, man. It was about 10 million.
Right, so okay. So Gore sold Coral Springs.
Yeah.
That's the Falmouth?
Yeah, that's the Falmouth.
Right.
And then Chemtech came down the road, which is same Falmouth. I mean, same Trelawney.
So it's the same Florence Hall we're talking that Gore did?
No. Gore did Coral Springs.
So when did they do Florence Hall?
Way back in the day. Long before Chemtech went down there.
Oh, okay. I
Way
thought they
back
were in
in
the
the
same
day.
time frame.
And I think those were like 7 million at the time, 7, 8, 9, 10 million. Because they did different phases, right? But Chemtech does a better job of your landscaping. They do a better job with house design as well.
Amenities as well.
And the amenities are there. Gore don't give you the amenities.
So you're thinking they're going to come in higher than Gore?
Higher than Gore, definitely. Higher than Phoenix, hands down.
But
because the product is not similar.
Right.
The product may be similar with a Caribbean Estates.
With a Portridge.
With a Portridge, yeah. Because it's a Deeper Valley roof, yeah.
2 beds and 3 beds.
2 beds and 3 beds. Solar. Down in Trelawney, I know Chemtech gave grill. I don't know if they're going to give that in Portmore. But they definitely give you some kind of landscaping. They do a better job with, because we were actually in Florence in what's it called? Stonebrook. Stonebrook Manor on Friday, was it? We were in Stonebrook Manor on Friday. That's one of the Chemtech developments. And we enter, it's chalk to cheese compared to a Gore development or any one of those. Because the price point is always higher. So you get a higher income level coming in, right? So from the income level of the persons is higher, then the standard is going to be higher in terms of what they do to the houses, kind of thing. And we could, as you pull in, you could see the difference. The security was very nice. That's the first thing that grabbed us at the entrance. He was so pleasant, and we had to show our ID definitely to get inside. Owner had to come and their arrangements and so on. So it's different. Even when we went to the pool, to look at the pool area and so on. The security was there, wrote up our names, to which lot number, all of that. So, and the place was really nice. It
It
was
was.
well kept. A young lady was there watering the flowers and so on. Persons were in the pool and so on. Um, was well kept. Now, what price point they're gonna come in at? Definitely higher than Phoenix. So Phoenix was like what, 14 million?
And I think 15 for the later phase.
And 15 for the later phase. That was for a two bed.
Mm-hmm. I think it's gonna be like high 20s. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, I wouldn't say anything below 25. That would be over. It would be over that. If Chemtech comes in below 25 mil, you better run just anything you have, just sell it and go back. I kid you not. Because you would have hit the jackpot if these guys come in under 25 mil. Because I know Caribbean Estates was at what, 24, 25 for the two beds.
Talking the resales?
No, when they sell, the first sale, they're not the resale yet.
Oh, you're talking.
I'm talking Port Ridge. Sorry, Port Ridge. Because they've sold their phase one already.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went there and put on my name, the lady said it was 25. It was 24, I think. My memory is serving me. This was like last year, and them don't call me yet. Just imagine all the list long. But me don't know if I have no money for buying them. But I would be surprised if they came in. You're talking about that two bed, that's what they're asking about, right? I would be very surprised. What they did. So they're coming off of Old Harbor. And again, the Old Harbor came out cheap. 12, 13, 18, I think.
It was?
Yeah. They had three bed. I don't know what it finished at.
Mm-hmm.
But I know the one out in Falmouth. When I was trying to get one, a lady called me and asked me to go look at one for her down there. And they were at 33 million
Mm-hmm.
at the time. Those houses now, the Stonebrook, they're at 45 million and climbing. 45 million and climbing. So therefore, what's driving the price?
Demand.
That's one. What else? The inflation.
Mm-hmm.
Real estate is the only thing that moves with inflation. You know that because we teach you that on this channel. The love of Jamaica too. The returning residents are also driving the prices as well. So yes, I say a lot of you from Georgia, Canada, UK. What was the small island? Bahamas.
Mm-hmm.
Bahamas. You are helping to drive these prices because you're creating the demand that Tony's talking about, right? I don't think Jamaicans have the urgency. The ones who live here locally
Mm-hmm.
have the urgency to buy.
No, we
They tend to
don't.
be laid back and Chairman, what for me? I go be for me and
That's all that's a family yard.
yeah, them have so-called family land, right? But I know definitely those of you who live overseas, you want to come back. And besides, the prices, what is also driving Jamaican prices and the housing development market, the prices in Canada, England, America, New York, wherever, you can't get no house like Chemtech for them money there.
I don't know.
No. For 200,000 US, which is $30 million in Jamaica. You now get no gated community with no swimming pool, no lawn tennis court, security stand up a gate. I take ID. Huh.
Oh, in those countries, probably 4 times the cost.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So, if you haven't been able to buy anything overseas, I suggest back out your money and buy it here. The Jamaican government, they've also invested a lot of money, whether through loans or taxes or whatever, in building infrastructure. The same North Coast that we're talking about, we'll get a 4-lane from Ochi all the way to Montego Bay. I don't know why they never do that in 2008 when they were doing the roads, but that's going to be improved, right? We already have toll road going to the same Portmore. I tell you, you see that road that Gore is on? And that Port Ridge is gonna be on.
What road is that? Dumb the
Dumb the
holding?
whole name now. Them should have renamed it Millionaire Road. That's what it should call. We have a Millionaire Road in Discovery Bay. That road, Dumb the Holding Road, should be called Millionaire Road.
Why?
Tony, a pure millionaire gonna live on that road. You can't afford it, friend.
Well, to be fair, any house you buy in Jamaica makes you a millionaire.
No, not any house. But all along that Dun Beholding Road, the housing developments that are coming are gated. Them change the thing. Game changer.
Mm. There's gonna be a nice road.
It is.
Just driving along, you can
And
see
all the gated communities. It's gonna be really nice. So those of you who managed to get a Phoenix, some of you Phoenix call work calling and tell about them no want it call them too small. Boy, when I should have called Miss Davis. I said, Miss Davis, me don't want this, you go back. You know some persons did that, right?
I can't believe anybody did that.
Yeah, they did that. That person who called me and said, boy, I said, what you looking at? You want me to get called for the door? But when I looked at it, it was really too small back. I mean, what you want to build some?
Not only that, too, you could always resell it.
Yeah, it's not your last house. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that, guys. Not your last house. Maybe your last husband, but not your last house. Maybe your last child, but not your last house. So we have a lot of persons from Georgia. You sure you didn't miss anything? What can you tell us about?
Sorry.
Did you miss anything? So they said Canada is 1 hour ahead. Yes. Who asked me the question about Chemtech? Back up your money. If you need to be GG4, if you need to be pre-approved, let us know. Tony can drop the pre-approval link in the chat. We send you straight to a Jamaica National rep. Based on the last, okay, that was that. Yes, 1 hour ahead in Canada, right? What can you tell us about Portrait Estate? I think they're new. Saw them on another channel. They have Portrait Estate is Caribbean Estates, New Era Homes. That's what the company was called, but looks like they've rebranded themselves. So then the new one is not going to be called Caribbean Estates 3. It's called Portrait Estates, and it's actually right beside the old Caribbean Estates on the back road, which is Dun Beholding Road. That's where I've seen them coming up. I called them on, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. They said, oh, we're not selling anymore. We're not selling right now. But we're taking, you can put your name on the list. I said, I put my name on the list from last year, September. The lady says, oh, well, we haven't had any more. Nobody dropped out. I don't know if they're handed over anything yet. I don't know how far them, I don't know anything. Because that development, they don't use real estate agents. So we don't know anything about it. You have to call them direct. What's the number now?
You saved the number?
I have the number saved as, trying to remember, because I actually did talk to her on.
Do you have it saved as New Era?
If you call New Era Homes, they will give you the number actually.
You don't have it.
I don't have it. Do I have it as Caribbean Estates?
Hope says, hi ladies from hot LA. Last week we were having storm. This week we're having a heat wave. This is like menopause, but such is life.
Yeah, everything comes with its ups and downs. Not perfect, right? For the New Era people, you're going to look up New Era Homes. If you're interested in the Port Ridge, look up New Era Homes. When you call the number, that lady will give you a number to call.
Okay.
Yeah. But I didn't save the number. Lady tell me something to wait on for the list. I'm going to shoot a call.
Birdie says, good evening, Miss Claudia. Cayman Islands. Oh, Birdie says hi. Dorothy's from the Cayman.
Oh, hi, wow. Birdie. Hi, Birdie.
We have people from all over.
Yeah, Cayman Islands.
Mom, motivation say, good day, twins.
Twins. It's good when them say mother daughter twin.
But sometimes I don't know because are they saying that I'm looking older or you're looking younger?
Anyway, you want interpretation? It's up to you. Interpretation is left up to the person. The glass half full or it half empty. Which one?
Very true.
What is happening to me though, guys? I'm having a cold all week, so I might sound a little scratchy, but for the most part, I'm good.
Staffy's asking a question. Miss D, do you know anything about the new housing estate in Miami Bay being done by Chinese?
Not yet,
What's
but
Miami Bay?
when you exit the highway, Mommy Bay is right in front of you. All of that is Mommy Bay right here. So Mommy Bay to the right, just up to where you see the wheel and all of that, and then you enter into Ochi. That's Mommy Bay. To the left of the highway, just before you get to Boots gas station. So from Boots gas station onwards, that's Draxal.
Okay.
So the new Sandals is in Miami Bay. So is the Rio that's in Miami Bay. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything. The Chinese going to keep it close to them chest. But I hear big things coming. They're supposed to definitely build some housing solutions. Who they're going to sell it to, I have no clue. So they're building housing solutions. It was announced by, I think, Minister Babsy Grange.
Mm-hmm.
700 was a word. You can Google it. And they're bringing other things. So I guess they'll have hotels, casinos, you name it. It's going to be a game changer on that side. I'm going to certainly bring a whole influx of people. That area, in preparation for that, has been rezoned an entertainment zone.
Nice.
So no say a big things are come.
That's why I have to fix the road, eh?
Yeah. You see the Jamaica government come out and say the zone is renamed the entertainment zone. You know what that means? So if you don't want to live in an entertainment zone, you buy the house that may have a Camelot selling. Go to Discovery Day. All right. So we have a Camelot selling. You will see it on our YouTube channel and so on. So you want peace and quiet? You don't want to hear the loud noise of the DJ and the whole heap of traffic with the casino people and the drinking and the you name it.
Everything.
So it's gonna be like Vegas. Las Vegas.
Nice, so
just imagine that. So them already dub it an entertainment zone. So take heed. So those of you who live by in Draxal and so on, brace yourselves. Miami Bay is right beside Draxal. Entertainment zone. Of course, a lot of us are in Draxal for the business, really.
Mm-hmm.
Not really to live, but just for the business. Huh?
So maybe if you're doing a Airbnb one of your units on that side, then you can get clientele from that area.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be an entertainment zone. So just decide what you want. Don't bother buying an entertainment zone and then you complain about nice. Nobody never pay no mind. All right.
Motivation for your soul says, I would like to meet you ladies one day.
Oh yeah. When you come Jamaica, are you Jamaican? Are you in Jamaica? I mean, that's what I need to. Everybody here says Jamaica. Call us if you're in Jamaica. We're usually moving around a lot, except on a Sunday when we try to be here for this. But yeah. You have another question?
Yeah. GG4 says 2-bed, 2-bath, USA over 230,000 single family unit. Jamaica is a steal.
It's a steal. I tell you. So don't complain. Take your US dollar, your Canadian dollar, your British pounds, your Cayman dollar, your Bahamas dollars, whatever, Chinese dollars. Because some of you work in China and you're earning yen too. Take that money, come here, and make yourself billionaires out of real estate. I kid you not.
Devon says it's expensive for the average man and woman to buy a house.
No, it's not, Devon.
No, maybe he's talking about the States.
Oh, you're talking about the States?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
Stocky says, Miss D, I met a previous client of yours, Clive. Yeah. Oh, Clive. He was very happy with you and found you on YouTube. You hot property. Yes, Clive.
Which Clive?
Clive from England.
Tony have elephant memory. That is from her law days, not me. My memory is getting shot, but I guess you remember Clive. All right. I thought well, I personally interact with so many persons. Usually people have to remind me, oh, and so, I met you so and so, I remember.
And you know, it's funny, like most of the clans I meet on paper, you meet them face to face.
I meet them face to face. Sometimes I still can't remember. I'm just not good with names. I'm good with faces though, but the names give me a beating right now. But hi, Clive. Thank you so much for that. What we call that now?
Big up.
Big up. Referral, and thank you for sharing it with us.
What's that? Charles Benz? Good afternoon. Writing from LA, California. Do you think I can potentially be selected for Silver Sun Estates through NHT, even though I'm living overseas? I have a pre-approval through them.
Yes, you can, especially if you're older. They usually choose the older people. You still as good a chance. Well, let me use an algorithm.
The algorithm has a lot
Yeah.
of things to do with where you work, where you currently live.
Yeah.
But I try to choose people who already live close to the development that they're selling at
who
the
live
time.
in St. Catherine.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're older, so if you're like in your 60s already, I try to give you the solution because you have less and less chance.
Right.
Less and less time, I should say.
You even stand a better chance than if it's two older persons buying.
Right.
Jamie Green says, "Hi, beautiful ladies. Can you please explain to me about the NHD pari passu? What's that, Mom?
Pari passu. That's what they're going back with now. They had it before. The pari passu is just really the joint financing. Same thing. Where NHT joins funds, the NHT, you can join your NHT loan funds with another organization. That's what it is. The joint financing that they signed, that the banks and so on are now signing up now, NHT really wants the bank to give the funds. So let us say you qualify for 7 million with NHT. Your interest rate is 5% or 4%. The bank will give the funds, but the bank will charge you the same 5% that NHT will pay, because NHT is going to pay the bank. The difference, I think it is. Is it? Trying to remember.
So you'll still get your 7.5 from NHT
at your 5%.
At your rate from NHT, and then the difference that you borrow is from the bank at the bank's rate.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of going to NHT, you probably not go to the bank direct.
Yeah, we'll go to the bank direct. The only persons now who can probably go to NHT is those who don't need extra funds from anywhere. So they don't need any more money but the 7.5 to buy the house. They will go straight to NHT, just the same. So all your fees and everything, you will pay to the bank now. But your interest rate on that whatever NHT was giving you would be the same. NHT wants to now use their money to go and do construction. So they want to build affordable houses. So instead of lending it to you, they want to now put it into development.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that works out for them. I've been saying it, that NHT needs to build low-income houses. They can't expect business people who want to make a profit and who have to buy the lands at market value to do low-income houses. NHT, through the government, already owns lots of lands. Land upon land. Trust me, the government of Jamaica owns Jamaica. Right? My whole heap of undeveloped lands. Right? That them never pay for. So they can go and build the low-income houses and stop relying on private developers, private investors who in this business to make money, right? To build low-income houses. Just don't work. And then the government has not been able to keep inflation low. So if you can't keep inflation low, you're setting up the businesses to fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. And remember too, the NHT have free money. So when the NHT back off, how much? 3% from us as self-employed of our income for the year. So just imagine, you're a high income earner and a self-employed, and you earn 10 million a year. NHT get 3% of 10 million off the top. You can't tell them about no expense. Them get 3%, right? And them have that. It's not voluntary, it's compulsory. You have to give it to them. Them say it's not a tax. If it's not a tax, why you take it? Why you stick me up and take it?
It's not a tax.
It's not a tax, right?
It's for nation building.
Yeah. So them take that off you and them have it for 7 years. You can only get that money back after 7 years. And you get it yearly too, right? So they keep it for 7 years. I don't even know if they want to pay interest on that money. You don't want to pay interest as a monkey interest. So they have the money to use for 7 years, right? So they have free money. Plus, if you're employed, the government takes, I think it's 2% from employed. And then your boss have to pay them 3%. So them go with 5% of the payroll on the contributions. So them call it. So they have it for 7 years to use. I think you should go and build a low-income housing, man. You have the money, go use it.
Yeah, and get low-income people on the property ladder.
Yeah, that's what they should do. So our solar systems worth the investment, as they seem clunky and expensive. Or
I don't
should
think you're reaching
I be? Oh, I shouldn't be there.
No, you are here. Leroy. Where's the entertainment zone?
Miami Bay. All of Miami Bay, Leroy, which is when you come off the highway, the north-south highway or the Edward Seaga highway, when you exit it on the north coast, everything there so is Miami Bay. To the right, just before you enter Ocho Rios, and to the left, just before you enter Draxar. All of that is an entertainment zone. Remember, you know, don't complain. Nicole says, what's the latest on Palmetto Pines development? All right, so Palmetto Pines, we're pushing along. So finally now my container is there. It is to be, we're trying to get the furniture and stuff in it, right? So it's there on site, but not open yet. Hopefully it will be done this week and we will be there next week full time. But we'll tell you on Sunday coming if it's done and we're there full time.
When she says container, she means her sales office.
Yeah, my sales office. Sorry, my sales office. Thank you, Tony.
Your container.
Yeah, my sales office, right? We are started to dig the drains. As you know, we were clearing the roads going down. So we have scoped out most of the roads now. So you can actually walk on Road 8, Road 6, Road 11, Road 1 down the bottom. You can walk. If you look at the map, Palmetto Pines map, you'll know what I'm talking about. So you can walk on the roads. We walk on them all the time. You can even drive to go down. We have also, Tony was supposed to do a video yesterday about it rained and we couldn't do it. We have also pegged out a 3,000 square foot lot, and we have pegged out a 6,000 square foot lot. So you will see what that looks like. Some persons come and say, oh, that's small, man. Let me take a 6,000. But the 3,000 is not small.
Can get a good size house.
Yeah, we have put a 5-bedroom and a 3,000 square foot house with square foot lot with driving into a garage and a living room, everything, and 4-bedroom upstairs and 2-bedroom downstairs, right? So you can get that. Plus, we can walk around the land just the same, right? So that's a 3,000 lot. It's the 3,000, if your pocket is 3,000, which is 6.5 million, just buy the 3,000 lot, guys. Because a lot of times you struggle to build these big houses and you constantly live in a construction zone. But if you just build a 2-bed or a 3-bed, that's enough for your family. You can finish the house. You can landscape it with the palm trees and the grass and the this and the that. And it look like
millionaire house.
Yeah, look like a Chemtech house. And it looked like Portridge House. And it looked like Caribbean Estates. I'm telling you. Just do that.
And most of us don't need more than that to live in.
Yeah.
But just because we get the land, we get carried away and
Yeah.
thinking that we need to put this whole heap of house on the land.
Yeah. So you go over to somebody, if you go over to Portridge Estate and you spend 26 million, right? And you go to Palmetto Pines and you do the same thing, buy the land, spend the money, build the house, do your landscaping, all of that. Same thing.
You think it's going to come in at 26 million
No, it can't come in less.
with the same fixtures?
With even better fixtures than what they might give.
Better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you're serious, yeah. You will get your mowing. What else do you usually want in there inside? You want ceramic or porcelain tiles?
Porcelain.
Mm-hmm. What else?
And at the same 26 million, you can probably put in the extra stuff you want to.
Yeah.
The grills,
Because
the AC units, the solar systems.
The 900 square feet house. So I know about the Gore. So the Gore at Camelot is 900 square feet, right?
I think it's
900.
Yeah.
So you multiply that by 15,000, which is roughly what the building cost is now. Roughly, it was at 10,000 first, escalation flight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let us say you can build it at 15,000 square feet. That's 13.5 million. That's the building.
Plus the land.
And that's turnkey with window, door, roof, everybody. And then you're talking about the land cost, 6,500, 20 million. And you may have another million in bank fees or other stuff,
and then
closing costs.
Rest you can do for landscaping.
Interest. Yeah.
You might want to fence it, put in landscape, interlocking bricks for your driveway.
I don't know about interlocking bricks, but if I was building it, let me see. How much was it? 900 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
Can build it for 15 million with landscaping and the fence.
Okay.
It's a small lot.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably go with chain link on the side, block and steel in the front, maybe chain link in the back, or maybe you go with block and steel too. Interlocking bricks might be stretching it. But
Could
definitely.
have stamp concrete.
Sometimes concrete there than interlocking brick. You stay there. But
like I can dream, right?
Yeah, but like we have mixers, so we're supposed to can do it.
But like you say 900 square feet, and I'm sure everybody on the YouTube live here is like, I've only built a 900 square feet house. That seems small, his name is.
A 900 square feet house is like the Gore, Camelot, and the Phoenix. 2-bed, 2-bath. 2-bed, 1-bath is maybe 7 something. Somebody correct me. Maybe 750. But when you think about it, you have one kid. How many of you you're going to have 20 children or even 5? You have 1 or 2 children. You don't need more than a 2 or 3 bedroom house, do you? No. And I think that's a mistake a lot of persons make. Even those who retired here and came in from England and all over built houses. Some of those houses were like castles. It's just too much. So you end up with your house rich and your cash poor. Because now you need 2 helpers to clean a 4-story house. You need a gardener for a 1/4 acre and a 1/2 acre lot. Seriously, guys. And then, not only that, you're not in no gated, right? So you got to put yourself out in a 1/2 acre lot somewhere. You're not in the gated. So now you have to call Tammy, Mass Joe, Miss Pansy, and Miss whatever to go live at the house. So now you have to pay them to live there, plus feed them. So them are the security guard. Whereas you'd probably just pay maybe a $5,000 or $10,000 of maintenance every month and be done with it. You understand?
And just lock up the house when you're not there.
And just lock up your house when you're not there. So, you have to understand what how you want to live, what it is you want to do. You want to constantly be building a house or what?
I think though, like maybe persons are thinking that their family may expand, so they want to build it from now.
Expand how you mean you physically have the skin?
No. Like, for example, Rachel, right? She has two little boys right now, right? And she might want to start off with a three-bedroom. But then she might say, okay, maybe I'll have one or two more children later on.
Why you want to start out with a 3 bed? You start with a 2 bed. That was where I started. You start with a 2 bedroom. Two little boys won't sleep in them room. Like what I discovered. These two girls were in my room till 9 years old. The room, extra room, was just a playroom.
Yeah, mom, but we
So,
were three women living alone. It was scary. We had to sleep with you.
Whatever. I didn't even know. Zanna was still sleeping in one of us bed, rotating around in the beds. You only need a 2 bed or a 3 bed. But your dream is your dream, right? But I would say my first house, I could only afford a 2 bedroom house at Spanish Town, Fairview Park, just down the road from Palmetto Heights. That's what I bought. I never did any addition to the house. The only thing I did was build a fence around it because a big flood rain would come and flood me out. So I built a big wall at the back and more water could come. And Richard's grandfather helped me to build front. And other neighbors had already built the side. Lucky me. So I was living in a construction zone. I didn't even do the landscaping because I did that poor. I just did I try to pay the mortgage and keep
I know
my
you
head,
could barely afford a house.
barely keep my head above water.
Like,
guys.
I distinctly remember just growing up on the road.
Mhm.
Everyone had driveways and fencing,
Mhm.
and their house was grilled up, and they painted at Christmas time. I just remember like our house just looking not like pop down, but like basic as the developer had given it to
It's only
us
just a pop down.
without any extra thing.
Back in the day, you had to pay for driveway first. If you never pay the developer with driveway, you don't get a driveway.
Oh,
You also had to pay for tiles.
that's why we had
That's
carpet.
why we had carpet. You
Mhm.
don't know that? We now get tile now. Back in the day, we had to pay.
I remember too, like I think some of the houses had the sink with the cabinets underneath. We just had the one that they screw onto the wall.
Yeah. So you see, we have it good now. And I didn't even go look at no house. I just picked that off a map. But
I know now we have model units.
now we have model units. But keep it simple with the housing. Remember, is not your last house. And this is, I think, where the disconnect is because you buy Palmetto Pines a lot, and you're thinking, I think you missed the generator question, and you're thinking, this is my last house, So me have to do everything, me have to make it. I don't know, guys. Not your last house. Right? Will be your first house, but not your last house. So, and I can tell you, when we get back houses to sell, the houses that have no addition are the easiest ones to sell.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that don't do all kind of fungus, dangas, and don't want this whole heap of money or whatever. And usually you overbuild for the area. You end up overbuilding for the location. So people tend to do that a lot in the Gore developments. Like when we go to Florence and we see some houses where like
it's a lot of house.
On this little land, really? It's a lot of house. But you have to be careful of that so that you don't overbuild for your zone.
Mm-hmm. So Staffy wants to know, a solar system worth the investment as they seem clunky and expensive? Or should I be looking at a solar powered generator instead?
There's such a thing as a solar power generator, Safi. You need to tell us about that. Jamaica clamoring for solar because we have the sun. I haven't gone solar because personally I just don't want to have to touch anything. When I come inside, I flick on the light, I have light. JPS maybe down maybe an hour if something happens, like a transformer blow or something. I'm gonna suffer it out little and then the light comes back. The thing with the solar is that we don't want any maintenance. We don't want to change our batteries. We don't want to go on the roof to wash off no panels. We just don't want any of that. The thing is a headache. Right now, I can actually get, I think it's either 2.5 or 3.5 from NHT for solar panels. And I haven't taken it. I don't think it's worth it because the go on to the go, let me show you what I'm talking about. Go on to the calculator, Tony.
Yeah, but is this Steffi talking about the expense of solar,
I'm gonna show her now.
or is more the
Because the solar, you're not gonna get no solar to run your whole house less than 3 million. Because I've checked those costs already. If you want to run your AC unit, you may want to go solar if you want to run your AC all day. And not in the nights. Because remember, you'd have to have backup battery now for the nights. That's my problem. So maybe to change the link.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But no, going to NHT itself. So, no, you go down here. Go down to the bottom. All right, go down here. Trying to bring up the NHT calculator so you can see what I'm talking about. Look like I took on the calculator. Type in calculator. So the thing is, if you want to burn your AC, here how I would go with the cat with it now. I want to run my AC all day because I love this AC business. Then it may make sense to go solar. Because if you run your AC, so let us say you run an Airbnb, and you know that this AC thing is a big expense, like 50,000, 100,000 a month. You just share the screen. Then you may want to go with, all right, so let's put in our income, 100,000. So you're earning 100,000 before tax. So NHT allows you to take a loan for the solar, right? Over a year. Are you a public worker? No. No, no, no. Already get a loan? Say yes. So you go through and answer the questions. You get a build and own land. Build and own land. Build and own land. How much did you borrow? So 1 million.
1 million.
And that's back in the day. How much you borrow now? 1.5 you borrow?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so move 1.5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What year was this loan received? No clue. Go down. Put a change year. All right, so change to 1991. Down. What year was this loan received? 2006. The monthly payment put 0. I mean, you finish paying for the loan. All right, so they're saying they can still give you a bill on own land. But let's look at the solar panel. So they're saying they can give you solar panels for 2.5 million Jamaican, paying 12,000 a month for 20 years. But by the 5th year, you're going to be changing some stuff for that solar panel. So you're going to need more money than that. No. If you want to burn your AC, you go with the solar panels. I would go with the solar panels and no battery. The JPS trip back in the night if you're not running the AC in the night. But then most persons are not even home in the day. Mm-hmm. So it's really in the night you need to run the AC. Right. So you're going to need the battery, which is the expense, by the way, for the solar. Mm-hmm. So it is a cost-benefit analysis now that you need to do. All right, so let's get back into live. So it's a cost-benefit analysis that you need to do. And the higher your income is, the more they will give you. To continue, go to 3.5.
Okay.
So what you have to think about now, my light bill is 20,000, and I'm not running any AC, but I really want to run the AC, which is the biggest, which I think is your biggest benefit,
Having
for your
solar.
own comfort, really.
Mm-hmm.
Because look at us now, we're sweater, we're fan. Suppose we go take the solar, we don't have AC. Right?
I don't think today is hot. It was actually
Not
pretty
today is
cool.
not hot, but the other times have been very hot, right?
Mhm. But to be
But
fair, in Jamaica, it's probably only hot maybe 4 times out of the year, 4 months out of the year.
yeah, but let us say Safi is running our Airbnb
Mm-hmm.
where these guests are gonna. Oh, and by the way, if you're running Airbnb, you need to put sensors on your AC so that when they leave the home, they can lock it back. The AC shuts down, right? So you have guests and then run up your AC bill. You get $50,000, $60,000 bill. You
That's
might,
high for AC, 50,000.
yeah, you might want to get the solar Safi. You might want to consider that investment. But remember, the NHT is a little anomaly. Let me see what was the interest rate. So if you have the benefit of the NHT money,
Zero.
zero. Is it really zero? No, so hold on. Let me do a little maths. Guys. That don't look like zero. 12,486.25 times, that's per month, times 12, how many years? Times 20. Told it was a zero. You pay back 2,996,700 and you borrow 2.5. It's not bad for 20 years.
It's almost zero.
But by the time 20 years come, no, that's probably some admin fee that they add to that.
Mm-hmm.
By the time 20 years come, you have to change out the solar again
Or maybe replace a battery.
or replace battery. I'm sure it not gonna last 20 years.
Mm-hmm. So what you trying to say? Only if you're running a business that can pay for this solar and offset some other costs, it makes sense. But if it is that you just want solar for your personal house usage,
No, it makes sense to if depends on your comfort level. All right, so if you're on the Airbnb, if you take the loan from NHT and pay 12 for the solar, them can run the AC all them want.
mm-hmm.
Your bill is only 12 to that plus the money that you would spend for the night.
Mm-hmm.
And if you put in a battery, you wouldn't have the night money either.
Right.
So you would technically keep 50,000 minus 12,000 in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd keep 38,000 in your pocket, as opposed to giving it to JPS. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a cost benefit to you. Similarly, if your expense at home, so if your light bill is more than 12,000 a month,
Mm-hmm.
so let us say your light bill is 20, 30,000 a month, normally without AC,
Mm-hmm.
and you could borrow 2.5 million, and you could run the whole house plus burn your AC, then you could take a loan too.
Okay. But what if you don't need a loan to get? Maybe you have $3 million, sit down and you
Right.
want solar systems.
Right. So this is now where you have to look at the same thing, the opportunity cost of money. So you have 3 million sitting down in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
How much interest you getting on the 3 million? So let us say that 3 million is bringing you, let's be realistic. What was the bond rate the other day? 3 million, was it 10%? Guys, I remember saying it. So you get 25,000 per month from the bond. If you have the 3 million on the bond, to be 25,000 per month. If you take out your 3 million, go and buy the solar,
Mm-hmm.
then you're gonna lose the 25,000 per month. You will no longer have your 25,000 per month.
Mm-hmm.
But you would also gain the 25,000 that you're paying in light bill. You wouldn't be paying JPS.
Mm-hmm. So, trade off.
If I was doing a solar, I would have taken my money. I would have taken my 3 million and buy cash. If I have the option to take the loan, I would take the loan.
If you have the option of taking the NHT loan, because any other loan would be more.
Well, how much more? All right. You remember how to use loan amortization. Somebody go on the loan amortization, tell me how much is 2.5 million borrowed. And you would have to borrow this. You can borrow it long term, so it's going to be registered on your title. Borrow it for 20 years at 8.5 million. 8.5%, sorry. That's where the interest rate is now. 8.5%. So 2.5 million borrowed for. Somebody calculate. Do go on the loan amortization and tell us in the chat how much it is. So it is 2.5 million borrowed for 20 years at an interest rate of 8.5%. Let us see what that looks like. And that would tell me, but off the top of my head, I would say I would want to keep my money on the bond. Or I would want to keep my money because a piece of real estate might come and I can deposit on it. Was a little man a country and sell me a piece of land for 3 million. You don't want to take me 3 million and go buy land.
Yeah, but not everything's about money.
Everything is about money. As you're going to find out when we get into the lesson. Everything is about money.
Some people going stir crazy in this heat.
Yeah, but you still have a trade-off. New price for phase 2. Scroll up. Garfield gave us a price. Oh, Port Rich sold 2-bed for 26 mil. All right. 3-bed for 30 mil. Okay, good. So phase 2 might have a little higher price. Happy Sunday. Thank you, Naku Jam. Paulette says, good evening, ladies. Can you say how long it takes to do a pre-approval for Back Jane? Shouldn't take more than 2 to 4 weeks. If you give them everything.
For the pre-approval letter?
Yeah. Remember, you have to give them everything. Your credit report, your job letter, your 3 months pay slip. There's something else. And your tax return. Mm-hmm. You know when Camelot 5 will be ready? Listen, I should know, because I do have a schedule. Tony, have a schedule? Like I should know.
I should know as well.
I
can probably look it up.
Should I look? We have a schedule, so she look it up. It surprised me that people still build these huge unsightly houses. The way people live has drastically changed. Less is more manageable, more attractive, more desirable, and gated scheme. You can't lose. Exactly, something. You can't lose. Less is more, guys. If you're young, it might not be your last house. If you're older, it might be. No, Maxine, not necessarily. I'm older, and I don't believe no house is my last house. I just bought Camelot, and if I find myself with some more money, I might buy next one somewhere.
Camelot is not your last house?
No. We're going to go buy a Chemtech. Actually like these, though, those houses. Which other house must come up on me like? I liked Fairway Estates too, I regret not following through with that one. So we actually had our names on a Fairway Estates, and we jumped off to go to something else. Anyway.
But what you jumped off to do wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad. More lucrative too, but just at my lie then. But there is another housing development coming in Draxall. So saddle up for that one. Gonna be houses and land on top of the hill. And so you'll be away from the Miami Bay entertainment zone where you're right next door to it. So if you have property in Draxall on the hill, so you can now offer your Airbnb people come in for these entertainment or whatever, and them can't find nowhere to stay then. You'll get the spill off, definitely. And you're on the hill, commanding view of the sea. Just like Camelot. Camelot though is a boy. When I think of Camelot, I'm saying, man, they hit the jackpot in a Tony with Camelot at 17.3 million.
Okay, I found the schedule.
You find the schedule?
Mm-hmm.
So, what phase were you asking me? Them start handover yet?
According to this, yes. But I don't know for a fact.
I think so. Them still handover phase 4. I'm just finished handover phase 4. So they should have handed over July 17. A block. No, sir. Them not start yet. So I get pushed
According to that, they should have handed over block A, B, and C already.
A, B, and C already. Because August 23 was C. And the last handover is January 8, 2024. No. It's not going to happen. From experience...
After the rains are coming.
The rains are coming. From experience, let me tell you the timeline. So, January we should have gone. We never get it till May. Mm-hmm. So, January, February, March, April, May. They're going to be about 4 to 6 months out. Any schedule that they give you, they're going to be about 4 to 6 months out. So, the last handover for this should have been January 8th. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. So look, the person is getting last. They're not getting that until 4 months after that or 5 months. Phase four, they just handed over, oh, August, and they should have handed over from April. So
From
4 months after the deal.
July.
They should have handed over from July.
Somebody says, "What about solar heat? Is it worth it?" Yes, it's
Yes,
worth
that
it.
worth it. If you have money up front, take the NHD money and go buy. That's what we did. So we all our houses have solar water heater. Definitely worth it. When it goes down to is it doesn't go down until like 18 years after. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And usually it's a little fix, like what the guy keep putting in it? Coolant?
Coolant.
Yeah. Usually it's a little fix, depending on which one you get. The one that Camelot gave us, zoom it on there again. I don't remember. That one have a little problem. I noticed it keep dumping out water. So we had that problem where the valve is like the pressure reducing valve. There's some valve, what's it called? Pressure release valve.
Maybe.
You plumbers tell me what it is. And it build up too much. Like if you don't use it, it build up too much of the heat, and then it just release the valve. Okay. And it dump all the water. But we use them. They're great. I don't think we could manage with it. If you're not gonna go with solar, you need to go with instant water heater, which is the one now. And you go with the one that has multiple points. So like 3 bathrooms can get hot water at the same time. What's it called? Name instant water heater. We buy them from Carlissa. And those work perfect too. Little bit of light, little bit of electricity. Don't go with the ones that store, those big ones with the tank. That's electric. All right, don't go with that one. And if you can avoid it, the solar water heaters also come with electrical backup. But if you can avoid putting that in, don't put it in, because your tenants and your Airbnb people will turn that switch on and forget that the switch is on.
Do we have that?
No, we have not installed them. We installed one at one location once, and we nearly lose our shirt with the light bill. So I just tell the electrician, take out the breaker, disconnect, quick. We did that. So if your place is tenanted, do not put in the electrical backup for the solar. All right, so Blade say 2.5 is gonna work out at 16,129. Yeah. So if your light bill is 25,000, you'll have a savings of 10,000. The only problem with these trade-off monies is that it come out in the wash. So you say, okay, I have solar now, and I'm paying 16,000 a month for that. So technically, I'm saving $10,000. But you don't do nothing sensible with the $10,000. It got in a Burger King and KFC. I kid you not. So you have to manage properly. So we're gonna move into. You have any more questions? Hello, ladies. I'm late. Oh, so for Christ, I Sophia. A lot of houses in Jamaica have solar, so they pay JPS less. Solar what? Yeah. You have grid tie and you have non-grid tie. Grid tie means you're tied to JPS just the same, but your solar is in the day it's operating, it's running everything. In the nights, because you don't have any battery, JPS trips in. That's grid tie. Or you can be totally off JPS, but you would have to have a battery so that in the nights when there is no sun, the battery is what powers the house. So Sophia says, loan payment, 21,000 per month. You pay 5,000 in 20 years. Pay 5 million in 20 years. Paying 2.7 after the period. Right. So that's what makes the difference now. So this one that Sophia Christ work out is a commercial loan. If you go to the bank and take it. But those of you who have the NHT benefit, right away you can see that the taking the 2.5, you will only pay 2.9 at the end of the 20 years. However, there's a caveat to that. So like me, you know, that don't have an NHT loan, and NHT has actually given me back my title.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, I think it's hard. So I borrowed 1 million from NHT to build back in the day. I think it's hard to give them back a title for 2.5 million to put solar on the house and then pay how much? 12,000 it said? Or something like
Yeah,
that.
12,000 per month
And pay 12,000 a month for
the next 20 years.
for the next 20 years.
Oh, but not only that, so you should tell them the joke is, or the punchline is that you built the entire house for 3 million.
Yeah. I built the entire house for 3 million. So why would I, that was 18 years ago. So why would I take up a loan for 2.5, put back on this title, just for some solar panels that can I resell these solar panels?
Yes, you can.
Oh, I can take them off the house and resell them. Who's going to buy it for more money than 2.5?
Well, I don't think you can sell them back as a profit.
It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense.
But I think if you're gonna take the NHT solar, you should take it early and just pay it with the regular mortgage. It really doesn't make any sense after you've paid your house to give back your title to NHT for solar.
Yeah. So with the solar water heaters, that's what we did. We took the money same time, right? So if you're gonna do that, do it same time. So those of you getting mortgage now, if you can afford the solar panels and you can afford the solar water heater with the loan that you're taking off from NHT, just make them give everything one time. Don't bother wait till they don't pay off for the house and give them back your title. Do not give them back your title. Hold on to it. All right, we need to get into the any more.
Yeah, Safi is saying that the pre-approval should take 48 hours maximum if you submit everything. They are very quick.
Who does that, Safi?
I agree, Safi. Everything takes too long in Jamaica.
That's all like foreign.
No, I think the issue is in Jamaica. Usually you don't give them everything.
Yeah, you don't give them everything.
And usually when you do give them everything, when they check the documents, they realize they need something else from you. And so it just revolves a little bit.
And the credit report take 48 hours too to come back to them. Paula, which company or which rep ask us for a rep at Jamaica National? I will give you. Divinity.
Good day, ladies. My uncle live overseas. He used to pay NHT 35 years. He's 53 now. He's 53 years old now. How much more you think he should pay for the 1 year in order to get the full amount at his age? So he's what? 53?
What do you mean? I don't understand the question.
She wants us to use the NHT calculator and reverse it to see how much income he has to contribute to get 7.5 million.
Oh, but you have the calculator up still. See there? Can I bring it up?
Yeah.
He's 53 now. So how old is he?
That's what I was trying to work.
If he's 53.
What year?
What year I'm born? 1960. Is it? Oh, math's weak, you know. Let me see. 2023 minus 53. 1970.
All right, so
you want to know how much he must earn? That's what you want to find out? Over 10 years or over a year. He needs over 1 year. How long in contributing?
35 years.
35 years. All right.
Okay.
All right, so put 120 or 150 maybe. You can use a calculator, play around with it, kind of idea. All right, still not reach it yet. Make changes. Look like maybe about 160, 70. All right. So I say we earn about 170,000 a month. or 160. Yeah. So 160, he will get scroll up. So it looks like he can get a bill on land 7.5, market 7.5. If he's getting a scheme unit 7.9, service lot, house lot, solar water heater. Now the thing is, you don't get, I should tell you, the solar panels, but to run the electricity, you can't get that loan unless you finish paying off the loan like Tony and myself.
What?
No, you can't.
Really?
You have to finish. If you notice, the calculator that was in it, you only can get the solar water heater.
So they want you to give them back the title
Yeah.
to get the solar light.
Yeah. And I should tell you something else. Let's go on to the NHT back website before I start. So NHT now. So I have a little thing in my head now. Go back to NHT themselves. The 15 plus loan is what gives you, after you have completed payments, go to 15 plus loan. There's a loan called 15 plus that you can get. You can just search it, 15 plus.
Okay.
See there? 15 plus. Maybe no result.
It was showing up here. Loans. You need a loan, yes. Improvement.
Scroll down. Maybe I'm missing something in the drop down. Go to the side and scroll down. So there is a loan for over 15, like you finish pay and you have, what do I call it, 15 plus? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, see there, 15 plus loan. Yeah, if you had received the NHT loan more than 15 years, that's what it is about. So if you have received a loan, so if you have received an NHT loan at least 15 years ago, 10 years for public sector, and now wish to repair the property that you bought at the time or some other house that you now own and occupy. So let us say I want to repair Camelot that I know just bought and occupy. So they have now changed it. It no longer needs to be the one that you owned before, that you use NHT money, right? So if you receive an NHT loan at least 15 years ago or 10 years of public sector, and you now wish to repair the property that you bought at the time or some other house that you own and occupy, or if you no longer own a house and are seeking a second opportunity at home ownership, this product can help you. Where the loan is being used to repair, improve a residential property, the funds may be used to complete work on the house, for example, tiling, installing cupboards, etc. It may be used for fencing, roofing, but it may not be used for enhancements to external features of the property, such as landscape. Where the property is being used to purchase or construct a residential property, the funds may not be used to acquire scheme benefit or service lot. The applicant must demonstrate that he or she is not the owner of a residential property, and the applicant must not have lost the previous property owed due to default on his or her mortgage. Through the 15 plus loan, you can borrow as a single applicant, or you may co-apply with another qualified NHT contributor to access a higher loan limit. Now, basically what they're saying, if I had gotten a loan already, which I did, and I finished paying it up, or even if I don't finish paying it up, but 15 years pass, I can use it to do some repairs on that house or another house that I own that I live in.
Mm-hmm.
But if I want to buy another property, I can come back for a loan, only getting 3.5 though, not 7.5. Can only get 3.5. and I must not own a house. So technically, what they're saying is I have to sell the house that I have. I cannot own any house to get this 3.5 to go buy another one.
They're not saying that you have to sell your house. They're saying if life happens and you're now without a home in your name, you can take advantage of this. It may be that you had to get divorced
Then not
and the
sell it
property
themselves.
had to be disposed of.
There's a difference.
They're not telling you to go and sell your house to go and get what 3.5
5 million.
million.
Oh, got you.
But life happens, mom.
No, it happens. All right, let's get into this what we're gonna discuss today. I think we answered all the questions.
Let me just double check.
Miss Davis, what if I say I was a 15 million and then she give me 7 million? Do have to come any money at time? Do have to come any money? I'm not sure, Janet. You asking me how you come for the rest of the money? You would need to borrow the rest from a bank. Financial institutions that they have a purpose with. Solar heater is the best. Hot water on top. It's fabulous. All thanks to the sun. Comes as standard on new builds, right? Can I get a sign up Camelot Phase 5? Camelot Phase 5 was sold out from January. When did they put it out?
Yeah, I think it was around that time.
Yeah, it's sold out now, but
persons are what processing their loans now.
Yeah, persons processing those who will go and get it. So it came out already. They chose persons already and all of that. But Gore is a set of people always building, So look out for them. I'm sure they're going somewhere else. Anywhere else them go, just run with them. Right? Because they're the low leader. I mean, I don't know. Gore have a system, a very good system. Gore just really wants to give you a house. So Gore remove the bells and whistles. The palm tree, the zosia grass. Gore said. Listen, man, we just get the house and you can do what you want. Because the truth is,
we're giving you a start.
Yeah, I know everybody could come with 25 million, right? So we just take the $17 million house. I like what I did when I bought the Gore, I bought another house cheap to like that. That was place name Fairview Park, which was Fairview Park, yeah. There were no bells and whistles. So if that's what you can afford, don't knock it. Just go after it. As you get more money, you can put in the grass. I don't even plant no grass yet. I plant one cherry tree. And what is a plant? A cherry tree, one soursop tree, one sweet sap tree. And they're all struggling because it's too.
And what's that thing that always mess up my socks when I come visit you?
Borbor. I'm here, borbor. But don't worry about it. You will get there. You will be able to put in the grass and to do all the things that you want once you want to do it. So, guys, I love Gore. I big up Gore any day. Buy the Goros. Anywhere you see Gore around, go next, go buy. I saw them at down at Trelawney and I'm sorry I never bought it. I went there, looked at it with a client. It's 10 million at the time. Even when they were selling lots to for 3.5, I went over there, looked at it, and I didn't buy it. And I went and bought other things. I don't regret it. But a Gore house is not the worst thing you can do. All right? And the 2-bed, 2-baths at Camelot are so comfortable. Tony and I keep talking about it. The bathrooms are nice and big. Don't it? Mm-hmm. They're nice. Standing shower, tempered glass. It's just so nice. They give you nice towels. The kitchen is nice. Everything is nice. Just buy it.
I know it's so nice. You want to clean it all the time.
Right? Yeah, me. I want to clean. The floor gets you like that. Yeah, the floor gets you. That's the thing.
I've never seen you do so much clean.
The floor. That floor gets you. I tell you. You just have to clean it. You can't skip it. Anybody else on here over Kamala, tell me if it don't get you. You just want to keep it clean, I like it. And the breeze is nice. South. If you're north, south, the breeze is coming from the south.
Oh, Dimini said 1969. He said he did stop, but he wants to start paying again. So he's going to need to pay for a full 12 months, right?
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's worth it.
Question, Mom. if he was paying for 35 years, does he still have those contributions to get back like at the end?
Yeah, man. Remember, she will give you back a contribution after 7 years. Also, if you're now purchasing a property, you can ask for what's called contribution refund towards deposit. Remember, it's contribution refund towards deposit, not regular contributions. Contribution refund towards deposit is all contributions that you made up to 2 years of the current year. So I'm in 2023 now. So they'll give you everything up to 2021, I think it is, to use as part of your deposit or your closing costs, whichever you want to use it for. Ask for it. Contribution refund towards deposit. So if you're a high income earner, you have GNHG, this whole heap of money, you never take back the contribution. It's all there for you. So remember, contribution refunds, 7 years in the back. So they're now refunding 2016, Matt's week, 2015. Now, so it's 7 years in the back. So they're refunding 2016 now. But if you're purchasing a property and you did take your 2016 and back already, you can get 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021.
No, that's nice.
Towards your deposit or your closing costs. All right.
Maxi B says no, it's 35 US dollars per month he pays. And Maxine says if he lives overseas, he will be a voluntary contributor and he would have to start paying every month for a year before he can get a loan.
If he's voluntary overseas, I think it's 2 years.
Divinity. So what are you saying? He can only get 3 million tomorrow?
No, he can get 7.5 million. If his income is over 160,000 a month. Hi, good day. If I have 4 million but need a home loan, but I don't work in Jamaica. Jamaica National will give you a loan. Send me a WhatsApp asking for the link. I don't think Tony will be here with her now. Paulette says, thanks for the update. All right, Tony, let's jump into the chat.
Oh, yes, we can go. Not the chat. We can go into the lesson.
No.
I'm actually excited to find out what you're going to teach today.
Oh, my God. You're excited. Yeah, I have to do with money. Money, 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 money. Can you just quickly... Send me the message and I'll send you the link for the mortgage officer. Can you just drop the live in that for the chat for me?
Sure.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your Sunday to be with us today. I'm Claudia Davis. My phone number is on the screen, 292-6776. Those of you who are new, thank you and welcome. And I also thank you for subscribing to this channel and sharing it with your friends. I'm a real estate broker in Jamaica, and I have a license to sell, rent, lease, and to auction properties. Tonian is also a salesman in Jamaica, and her number is 370-8138, and her license allows her to sell, rent, and lease. So if you have a property that you need us to handle, to sell for you, you can give either of us a call, 292-6776, or tune in is at 370-8138. Now, you know, I usually start off with a quote for the week. What's the quote for the week today? So Confucius says, when prosperity comes, do not use all of it. You think it makes sense? Yes. When the good times come, do not use all of it. When you have a whole heap of food, don't eat all of it. You have to keep some, right? Benjamin Franklin says, beware of little expenses. A small a small leak will sink a great ship. Those of you who will jump into our book club, Tony, oh, you need to find the book club link so you can put it in here. Those of you who will jump into our book club starting on September 3 at 1:45 it is. Right, Tony?
Is that confirmed or are you just making that up now?
That's what I'm thinking. My brain is trying to remember. Yes, it's coming on before live. Live is at 3. We're doing a break. Tony will soon tell you. But we are coming with the book club starts September 3. If you want to be a part of the book club, the first book we're doing is The Richest Man in Babylon. Tony will be putting that link in the chat so that you can be notified and you will get the meet link to jump in. That book definitely talks about a small leak will sink a great ship. Beware of the little expenses. Benjamin Franklin. Abraham Lincoln says, you cannot escape the responsibilities of tomorrow by evading it today.
Yes, I can.
Yes, you can. Wow. Tony says she can. And guess what? You know, persons always come to me and say, Miss Davis, when are you talking to them about real estate and how they need to invest and da da da? I say, Miss Davis, we're soon dead and gone. We're soon dead and gone. You know what I said to them? I said, really? You sure about that? So what happens if you live?
No.
Right? What happens if you live to be 80, 90, 100 and you have not invested the time, the effort to do what you need to do? What's going to happen? So you cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. That's Abraham Lincoln. And all of these quotes came from Credit One Bank, right? So don't use all of the prosperity when it comes. Beware of the little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. And you cannot escape the responsibilities of tomorrow by evading it today. George Washington. I'm sure everybody knows George Washington. Who don't know him? Very famous president in the US, right? So when him talk, you have to listen. Mm-hmm. He says, to contract new debts is not the way to pay old ones.
Debt consolidation.
So those people love the debt consolidation. Or borrow from Peter for paper. To contract new debts is not the way to pay old ones. George Washington, no. Who can guess which year him said this in? Make a wild guess. All right, Tony, time to go to this letter that George Washington wrote. I'm not even going to tell another year. Not because I don't know it. But seriously, the more things change, the more they remain the same.
The more they stay the same.
The more they stay the same. And I'm always just flabbergasted when the history presents itself. No, this is a letter from George Washington to James Welsh on 7th of April, 1799.
It's ages ago, Mom.
Oh, when they abolished slavery. My gosh. Want to see the date? 1799. I was flabbergasted. Listen to the letter. The man says, to James Welch, Sir, I have received your letter of 10th of March from Rockingham County. And although I have no expectation of deriving any payment from your Kentucky expedition, yet I will, inconvenient as it is to me, wait a while longer to know the result of it, desiring you to be persuaded in the meantime that you have not got a person now that will be trifled with in your dealings. It would be uncandid, Mr. Welch, not to inform you that I have heard too much of your character lately, not to expect tale after tale and relation after relation of your numerous disappointments by way of excuses for the non-compliance of your agreement with me. But this I can assure you will not answer your purpose. It is not difficult for a person who has no ground on which to expect 1,000 cents to talk with facility and the ease of his expectation of receiving 10 times as many dollars. The relation of disappointments of which, according to his account, he conceives is quite sufficient to ward off the payment of his own solemn contracts and to satisfy his creditors. I'm not unacquainted, sir, with your repeated declarations of your having purchased my lands on the great Kanawha, and endeavoring by that means and such like impositions and misrepresentations to obtain extensive credit where you were not known. You understand that, don't you? Mm-hmm. Letters letters to inquire into the truth of these things have been written to me on the subject. Be cautious, therefore, how you provoke explanations that must inevitably end in your disgrace and entire loss of character. A character is valuable to all men and not less so to a speculator, sorry. A character is valuable to all men and not less so to a speculator. I will, before I conclude, assure you in the most unequivocal terms of two things. First, that I am in extreme want of the money which you gave me a solemn promise I should receive the 1st of January last. And secondly, that however you may have succeeded in imposing upon and deceiving others, you shall not practice the like game with me with impunity. To contract new debts is not the way to pay old ones, nor is it a proof that you have any disposition to do it. When you are proposing to buy lands at CACA on credit or partial advances, which can answer no other purpose than that of speculation, or if you have them, of withholding the means which ought to be applied in the discharge of engagements and debts proceeding therefrom, which you are bound by every tie to do, consider this well, and then write without any deception to Sir, your very humble servant, Washington.
And this letter was taken from founders.archives.gov.
Right. So you can go there and read it for yourself. Now, what have we learned from Mr. George Washington?
You shouldn't lie.
Go back to the check. Go back to the list. Now, first of all, speculation. So, he borrowed the man money to buy his lands from Washington. No, don't you know that? And then you don't pay him at the man. And then you go and you're trying to get other monies to borrow now. Telling those people, those creditors, that you own this land. Da 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 da. And you're lying, left, right, and center. So the famous quote came from that. To contract new debts is not the way to pay old ones. Who agrees and who disagrees? Put it in the chat. Tell me, Mr. George Washington from 17 long. Never makes sense. I tell you, the history is history like these. We must learn so that we don't make the errors in the future, right? Or in the present. So to contract new debts is not the way to pay old ones.
Okay, agreed. She said I'm too teeth.
Yeah, and this goes far-reaching, right? You can't borrow the money, then you take money from Peter for pay Paul, then you run go to the bank and you want, oh my gosh, no. So the word for the week is finance. Not for the week, we're going to be doing finance from now on for a little while. Because finance is important. You're told it about money. Everything is not about money earlier on. But I'm here to tell you everything is about money. Everything is about money. You cannot live in this modern world without money. You can't. That's just the truth. Back in the day, you probably could. but you must have some access, some means to some finance. So we're going to talk about that. What is finance? Finance is defined as a management of money and includes activities such as investing, borrowing, lending, budgeting, saving, and forecasting. Forecasting, very important. Now, I did an investment and I miscalculated on some income that I should have received. And man, I tell you, it put us in such a tailspin. You understand? So forecasting is important, right? Not just investing, borrowing, lending, budgeting, saving. Forecasting is important. How much income am I going to be getting 10, not even so far, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 1 year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? And what is my expenses going to be like? You have to kind of forecast that, guys, right? So there are three different types of finance. You have personal, me and you. You have the corporate, business, and you have public, government. So when you look at it, nobody escapes it. You have to understand the finance. You don't understand that, you're going to be in trouble. All right? Right, Tony, agree or disagree?
I agree, but I'm surprised though. It didn't say anything about earning.
Not yet. All of that is part of finance.
Hmm.
It didn't say activities such as investing, borrowing, lending, budgeting, saving, and forecasting.
Hmm.
Earning money is not finance.
That's what I'm realizing right now.
Right.
It's what you do after
Yeah.
the money is earned.
Right. Going to work every day, get your money in your bank account. That's where a lot of persons stop. Right? They don't do the activities of finance. Investing, borrowing, lending, budgeting, saving, and forecasting. They don't do that activity. They stop.
It also doesn't say anything about spending.
So what is it? It don't say earning and it don't say spending. So
it says investing.
Borrowing, lending, budgeting, saving, and forecasting.
Oh boy,
I want you to take you note of this and I said, Tony, bringing out the finer points. Make sense?
It does.
Everybody tell us in the chat. We want to hear from you. What Tony just said, does it make sense? Does it say anything about earnings? Does it say anything about spending? All right. And this came from corporatefinanceinstitute.com. All right. So over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be looking at these things. Remember, we're talking about finance. So we're going to be talking about credit versus debt, income versus expenditure, assets versus liability, savings, investing, spending or stashing, inflation, deflation, value, cost, cash flow, capital gain, rich, poor, should you be employed, self-employed, business or investor, loans, equity. All of them things there is your financial health and what you need to know.
Okay.
Agree or disagree?
Agree.
People in the chat, I need to hear from you. Do you agree or disagree? Finance is what you need to learn. Put yourself in school to learn finance. Are you going to flounder? So what we will deal with first here today is for credit versus debt. The others we will do during the course going on. So next week we'll do another two. So credit versus debt. What is credit? Credit is the ability of a customer to obtain goods or services before payment, based on the trust that payment will be made in the future. Now, a lot of us use credit and debt interchangeably. But credit bad. What does that mean? Credit bad mean you can't get nothing for trust from nobody.
I know.
Is that why credit? That's what you mean when you say
I need
my
to
credit
go
bad.
shop.
That's what you mean. I think in the US they don't mean that. They mean, oh, my credit score bad. Why is your credit score bad? Oh, because I don't pay my bills on time. Why is that what you really want? To pay your bills on time. To have good credit.
Yes.
Is that really going to help you? Credit,
over there, maybe. Yeah.
Credit is the ability of a customer to obtain goods or services before payment, based on the trust that payment will be made in the future. So back in the day, when I used to sell fabric, stocking, and all those things. When I saved up my money from the richest man in Babylon, I started selling biscuits and sweetie out of my drawer till eventually I got more money and I could able to now expand. It was actually my daughter's father, Ricardo, who told me, "Oh, Claudia, you know, some know a friend and downtown, them can buy fabric cheap or whatever." And I did run downtown and check it out. And lo and behold, it was right there. So I bought the fabric and I sold it back. But then my business got bigger and bigger, and I did not have the money. So one day while I was in the store, this was Penny's, I said to the lady there, "Sir, I said, I wonder if I can get some credit." And she said, "Yeah, man." So the boss over there said, "Go ask him." I went over there and I explained what I did. And him said, "Yeah." And I have a checking account, you know. So I can probably leave my post-dated checks and you put them in at the end of the month if I get the credit. And he said, "Yes, just like that." Because I was in the store every week buying the fabric, whole heap of fabric too. Coming back every week. So I guess he was up there and he saw me. And I got the credit. So I took the things, I went and I distributed, collected the money, put in my bank account, and by the end of the month, the checks were going through my account. I did very well with that. Business expand again. I moved on to another store down on Old Harbor Road, and I kept going into the store. And in this store, Harbor Street, yes, in this. Oh, Tony, remember the store? Mm-hmm. In this store, this man now was upstairs now. White man. Shook here. One day, Mr. Shook here. So I always go in the store, look at the stuff, come out back.
When you're shopping?
Yeah. One day, Mr. Shook here come downstairs. Must think, I want like a scammer and me a scout out. So say, "Yes, you come in the store, you know. What you looking for?" You know, say, "You're not buying nothing." And say, "What you looking for?" So, you know, I never know him name at the time. So, you know, I'm looking at the fabric that you have. I realize you have nice fabric, but I can't buy them because I don't have the money to buy it. So I tell him what I do. I say, I buy and I sell. I tell him. Mm-hmm. Him say, "Okay." So then I tell him now, I say, FS allows me, which is FS them run pennies. So I said, they allow me to take the goods on credit and I give them a post-dated checks every month. Here. But you can do that with me too. Just like that. I got the credit, right? So I was able to expand my business. I got the credit, and before you know it, I was selling more money than my monthly pay.
But you know, Mom, Steve Jobs has this famous quote. He says, most entrepreneurs or business people don't get ahead in life because they don't ask for what they want.
They don't ask. Yeah. They don't ask. So I learned that credit is important in this sense, how it is used. Not like how I always talking about, "Miss D, my credit bad. Oh, I don't pay." No. You want the ability to obtain goods and services before you have to make the payment. Not when the bank give you a credit card and you go and use it up, right? Mm-hmm. You want the ability to pay for the goods and service before. So you get the goods and services before payment. When you use a credit card, you're paying for the service. So I was able to get the goods and services and sell it, make money because people pay me, have the money 1 month before I needed to pay for the goods. Mm-hmm. Based on the trust that payment will be made in the future. Now, we're a real estate channel. How can you do this in real estate? If you want to use credit.
That's a mortgage?
No.
What, your credit card?
We're talking about credit in this way.
But your mortgage is not a credit?
No. Your mortgage is debt. All right, read it.
Debt is money you owe a person or a business. It's when you've borrowed money you'll need to pay back. Usually people borrow money when they don't have enough to pay for something they want or need.
See the difference?
Mm-hmm.
So debt is borrowed money. So your credit card is debt.
Mm-hmm.
Because the company, if your limit, whatever your limit is, so suppose your limit is
$1 million.
$1 million, the bank has given you a loan of $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. Now I hear people say, "Oh, I'm not making the money off of it because I pay it back." So, how can you use credit instead of debt in real estate? Somebody put it in the chat. Think about it. You get the credit is the ability to get the goods or service before you have to pay, based on the trust that payment will be made in the future. Hmm?
No answers yet.
So you give me an answer. You can't think of any way. Think about it. Think real hard. All right. Oh, I will go back. Did we discuss debt? So debt is money you owe a person or a business. It's when you borrow money, you need to pay back. Usually people borrow money when they don't have enough money. So I didn't have enough money to buy a Palmetto Pines or to buy a Camelot or whatever. So I
Kay
had
has
to
an
borrow the
answer.
money.
Kay says owner-backed financing.
All right. Good. So when I got the loan, the credit from the fabric merchants and gave them my post-dated checks, they gave me the fabric.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me the fabric.
Mm-hmm.
So she's suggesting that you find an owner who will give you the property. You don't pay them any money. You don't borrow any money. Technically, you borrow them and put a lien.
Mm-hmm.
But they are the ones financing you now. So them giving you the house, you're using it for 1 month, and you pay them end of the month just the same.
Okay.
So technically, it could work like that. Or another way you could do it, instead of owner financing. So Tony, you have a property. You sit down it not being used. I go to you and I say, Tony, I think I can rent out this property to some people um for 100,000, and I can will keep and care it, and I will whatever. I will do that, and I will split this money with you in half.
Okay.
That's credit. The ability of the customer to obtain goods or services before payment, based on the trust that payment will be made in the future.
Mm-hmm.
You see that way?
I'm seeing it.
All right. What do you think about that?
It could work.
Could work. Do you think it might work better than debt?
Mm, I'm reserved on whether or not it would work better than that.
Well, I certainly know it works better for business. So if you're running a business,
Mm-hmm.
and you can get the companies who give you the goods to give you the credit, because usually the credit is no carry no interest rate.
Right.
You understand? The carry no interest. So it's better to get them to give you the credit than for you to go and borrow the money from the bank, then go buy the goods.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Because this bank loan, the debt over here carries an interest rate. Is what I'm saying?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Now remember, with the credit, you don't really own the goods either. The person giving you the credit still own the goods. So if I put the goods in my store and it don't sell, the creditors can come back for their goods.
So if I put this person in my house and he doesn't pay the return, then but I still own my house.
Yeah,
Okay.
you still get back your house.
Okay.
You understand? So credit versus debt. Now, common causes of debt. I want to point this out to everybody. When I did this research, there were just so many. Low income or underemployment, divorce, a relationship breakup, poor money management, high cost of living, overuse of credit cards, unexpected expenses, decline in health and medical expenses, job loss, education and student debt, living beyond your means, not having a budget, lack of an emergency fund or savings, having children, failed business and expenses. Somebody on this chat, please tell me if you have never had one of these problems.
Let me see. Low income, divorce, poor money management. No, I think everybody at some point has had one of these.
At least half of these. I've had job loss,
Failed business and
failed business,
having children,
lack
of emergency fund,
not having a budget, high cost of living,
education, student debt. Yeah, applause.
The only one I probably didn't have is divorce and relationship breakdown. But I've had all of the or declining health and medical expenses, not yet anyway. But I've had all of those, like unexpected overuse of credit cards, high cost of living, all of those. Somebody in the chat tell me, have you had at least 5 of these things? Yes, give me thumbs up, thumbs up.
Melly Pooh says, I've had multiple of those problems at the same time.
At the same time. I kid you not. Low income, poor money management. So just imagine all of this that you're going to have to face. So which is why you have to get smart, right? Now I looked at the list a little closer and I realized
some of them you can avoid.
No, out of all of these, only one you don't have control over. Which one is it?
High cost of living.
Exactly. Only one is out of your control. The rest of it is within your control. So what does that tell you? It's not because you're not earning money why you're not getting rich or you're not getting ahead, as you put it. It's not that. As he says, you have these problems all at once.
Decline in health and medical expenses, you can control that?
Yes, you can.
With what? Insurance?
Yeah.
Medical insurance. And just get up, exercise, and eat healthy.
You can control that with insurance, for sure. Although sometimes the medical bill too much, may as well let make it go on. No amount of money can save you anyway, right? But all of these I'm looking at, and I'm saying only high cost of living is the only one that you don't have control over. So what does that tell us, everybody? Somebody tell me what you're discerning from, what you're getting from this, what I'm saying.
Melly Pooh say you need some planning and better money management. So you need some financial education.
Need financial education. What? Who else answering?
That's Melly Pooh.
Everybody is sleeping.
No, they're asking different questions. Like somebody's asking about Camelot. Someone wants to know how does the example that we give with the creditors work with land.
With land. But you can give them the credit of the use of the land, because it's a house you'll be using. So suppose you have some land with only a banana tree on it, right? Or only a cedar tree on it. You can bring in somebody. So okay, I make a deal. You cut down the trees. You go and get them sold. Bring back the money. So you have credited him the trees.
Okay.
You can credit the water. Suppose you have a land with spring. You can credit the water. Where we are now at Palmetto Pines, they actually credit the water from the well. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a credit. So you just have to get creative. Think about it. There are lots of unused real estate in Jamaica, left in ruins. Can get creative. All right. So you realize that really and truly, them not out to get you and keep you poor, you know. It's just a matter that you don't know. What do you
But
think?
aren't they out to get us and keep us poor if they haven't taught it from an early age? Come on.
You know my take on it now? With all this internet, YouTube, this, nobody should be in the dark.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the case. I don't think like you're in the dark because what you don't know.
But it is there in front of you.
But
All
if
right.
you don't know what to look for, you cannot
Alright.
find it.
All right. Living beyond your means. Who have control over that?
You do.
Exactly. Having children.
Sometimes that's not.
Failed business and business expenses. You don't even need financial education to know that you must have more children than you can afford. Do you really? A lot of this is common sense. Divorce and relationship breakdown. Hmm. I see a lot of my friends walk out on marriages and get poor.
Yeah, but I think like
They didn't do the maths good on that.
yeah, they didn't plan the divorce. I mean, just like when you're planning your wedding and you're planning what your marriage is gonna look like, you really need to plan the divorce and you really need to plan if one partner should live beyond the other.
One, yeah,
Those
outlive
things,
the other.
yeah, needs to be planned.
Right.
I'm not saying you're gonna get divorced, but you need to plan your
You need to
divorce.
know what your exit is.
Yeah.
Like the prenup or these are the things that they do now, right?
Mhm.
The trust funds, the whatever, right? Um, Low income or unemployment. Everybody knows when they're unemployed or when they're in low income. We don't need to tell you that. You know,
And
don't you?
you know you feel it every day.
Every day, you know. Um, it's like, I'm trying to stop eating wheat. I'm gluten sensitive now, so I'm trying not to. So I'm having to look at the different things now that them say it's gluten free. And I tell you, I was shocked.
That what?
The gluten free bread is $2,700 as opposed to your bread, which is $500.
Yeah, but I told you to just give up bread.
Can't give up bread. So I have to earn 5 times. So if my pay was $2 million, I now have to earn $10 million to buy gluten free products.
I know, but I just gave up bread because I ran into the same gluten problem.
I'm a bread freak. Quarter bread and butter. That's my tea. All right. So everybody, understand that you have control over 99% of the things happening in finance in your life. 99%. So you have to take charge. You have to take that back, right? Stop looking outside of yourself and look at yourself. Stop looking at your boss, supermarket price, everything. Look at yourself. Am I underemployed? Or do I have poor money management? Am I overusing my credit cards? Am I not budgeting for these expenses? Like school is gonna be open now. A lot of persons are caught off guard, right?
But the queen thing must eat breadfruit, Miss Davis.
I eat breadfruit. I actually had breadfruit today, but man, the thing just boring.
I know, right? They need to make breadfruit to feel like bread, nice and soft.
Soft and
You can put butter on it.
yes, you can. I had breadfruit this morning. Actually, I had fried breadfruit this morning.
So did I, but eating breadfruit, fried breadfruit, is like eating chips. You don't want chips every day.
It just tastes blah to me. I mean, I don't know.
Can't put enough salt on that.
I don't know. The bread really does, and they have some nice bread in them. And I've had to give up all of that, but you're gonna learn to bake, quite frankly.
I know. Remember we tried gluten-free bagel the other day.
Yeah.
That did not go off well.
That didn't go off well. I need to learn to bake, so I can bake coconut bread or use some other type of flour, but not wheat flour. All right, so Palmetto Pines, I think we went through that already. We're there on a Saturday 10 to 12. Tony can get back to live. And
Mhm.
are we on top of the time? Oh yeah, it's 5 o'clock.
Sorry.
You have any last questions that we need to take?
Yeah, we have a few. Let me find them.
So somebody tell you there, Melipu, ask to farm property and get paid after harvest. Yes, good one. Prenup should be a side order in everybody. Melipu, yeah. I get the man them information, you know.
I think prenup is not just for the men; it's for everybody to know what the stance is and how you're gonna come out of this. Instead of drawing for a lawyer to try
Yeah,
and negotiate the term, you actually sit down when you're in love and say, if
and
this
draw
should
the
end,
terms. Yeah.
what is it that we're expecting to come out of this? You know?
If I was to get married now, I'd definitely write a prenup. Not that I'm gonna get married now, past the stage. But definitely you need a prenup for sure. Bread not good for your health anyways.
We should call it
But
an
okay.
end up.
Yeah.
This is how you're gonna end up.
Oh yeah, it was end up, not a prenup. After no.
After no.
All right, everybody. So thank you so much for joining us. We took all the questions today.
One moment, we need to go back to divinity. Okay. She says he earns 2005 USD a month. 3% of the 2,500, I guess, is the NHD. So he would have to pay 75 US dollars for a year before he can get the loan. Do you think it's worth doing? So what? I'm trying to
$75
understand.
a month, you mean? How much is
He says he
3% of
earns
2005 per month? So 75 is 3% of 75 years old. At 100 US is about 15. Yeah, it should be. But I think it's 2 years he would have to work.
because he's overseas.
Yeah, voluntary overseas is 2 years. Unless he only stop contributing maybe 6 months now. But if he stop contributing over a year or two, it would have to be 2 years. Check that out back on the website. Unless I changed it.
So she's saying that he pays what, $75
Per month.
per month times 12 months. That's 900 times 2 years. So 1,800. So
Yeah. The
so
1,800 can buy house.
mom,
So if you pay 1,800 get 7.5. But you see the time of money.
right, because she said he's 53. So would it be better for him to just go and take a regular loan and get the property now
I think so.
instead of 2 years down the road?
Yeah, I think so.
And it's still only 7.5. You still have to join it with another loan anyway to get something decent.
Yeah. So this is he's earning 2.5 times how much Jamaican that 150. 375,000.
Remember, he's 53.
Divide that by 2. Go on the loan amortization calculator. Those of you learn amortization calculator. So what the maths that we would do now is what? So the math says he earns 250,000 per month. You want to know how much, sorry, he earns 2,500 per month in US. So I'm going to multiply that by 145 so that we think in Jamaican. So he earns 362,500 per month. If he has a debt service, if the banks have a debt service ratio of 45%, he can only get a loan of 163,125, providing he doesn't have any other loans that he's paying. So the 163,125 would be his monthly payment, providing he has no other loans. So in this instance, what I would do now is jump onto the loan amortization calculator. Let's do that, Tony. So we would now jump onto the loan amortization calculator. Those of you who have been on this channel a little while will understand what I'm doing. I hope I explained it. Let me say it again. So he's earning 2,500 US. I multiplied that by 145 to get the Jamaican, and that came out at 362,500 for the month. The debt service ratio from the bank, I'm assuming, is 45%, meaning 45% of your gross income is what you would be able to pay back for a mortgage. All right, let's get in. So what you want to look for now is change that to 8.5. How old is he?
53.
53. So he has minus 70. So he could get a 17-year mortgage. So the mortgages in Jamaica go up to age 70. So 70 minus 53 is 17. So he could get a loan term of 17 years. Calculate.
What's his loan amount?
I don't know yet. Let's calculate and see how much. Oh, that's 200,000 is US working it, is Jamaica working it.
Right.
So put that at like 20 million. We're guessing. So we're trying to see how much 163,000 would work out to per month. Calculate. So this come out at 185,000. Drop that down a little to maybe 18,000. 18 million. Right. Now drop it a little still. That'll come out at 163. Let's go for 17. And take me to 157. And it's 163. So you can probably go at 1,500. So he should be able to get roughly between 17 million to 17.5 million, paying a monthly payment of 162,451.12. And when I did the debt service ratio on his $362,500 income monthly, 45%, which is a debt service ratio, would now be 163,125. He would pay monthly. So technically, I now know that if I find a bank can give me 17.5 per month, 17.5 million for 17 years at 8.5%, the monthly payment would be 162,451. So that's what he would be more or less qualified for, provided he doesn't have any other loans. So instead of waiting and paying the NHT, to be best if he just takes the loan now and gets 17.5, which can buy something. It can buy a Gore, a Camelot again, not a Phoenix, but you might can buy. You're not going to get anything on North Coast for that. Not in a gated. Not a gated anywhere. Not now anyway. But
maybe you have some savings.
Maybe you have some savings you can put with it. Or you can buy Palmetto Pines land and build. Forget about that. You can buy Palmetto Pines land and build.
Yeah, but at that point you just wait for the NHT because it's still roughly 2 years.
No, you wouldn't wait for NHT. NHT is only giving you 7.5. That can buy land and build house. But you get 17.5 now. So you till 60, you lose money, buy the land, and then you still have 11 million bills.
Okay. Someone was asking if buying the Gore at 21 million now is still a good investment. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Or you can buy the one from me at 46 million, fully furnished. It still is. The price is new developments will double. Will double. Even before the developer leaves the scheme. Mm-hmm. I've seen it happen. The first house I bought in 1989, and his experience teach me this. I bought a house at Fairview Park in 1989, 175,200 with escalation. And phase 3 came across the street and sold for 250,000. The developer then went around the road. So I bought a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. The developer went around the road and built some 1-bedroom giant up unit and sold them for 500 and something thousand. So just imagine where my 200,000 investment went after that.
Mm-hmm.
In under 3 years, that happened.
All right. Someone is asking if there's any update on your Portland development.
Where are we with that? So we are at, oh, we're still gathering in the stuff. Um, Trying to remember, what am I waiting on now?
In the Bay, NEPA, agriculture, water.
No, we get all of those except what them name? Oh my god.
Health.
The disaster people. What them name?
NEPA,
No. ODPEM
OTPEM.
and NWC. So we're still waiting, but them not so bad. So there is apparently no meeting in August. So now I'm stuck waiting on September.
Yeah, but
For
August
everything.
finish this week, Mom.
Yeah, for everything to go to the meeting. And then after that we should know.
Okay.
So my goal, one of my goals this year was to get this development out of here in 6 months. I think I'm over that. February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Damn, never make it. But if I make it in a September, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
So when I submitted to the parish council in Portland, the young lady said, "So how long is this gonna take?" "Oh, this big development is gonna take about 2 years." I said, in my mind here, man, 2 years. I don't even know if I'm gonna be here 2 years. I have to get this out in 6 months. So I actually made a pledge to myself to get this thing out in 6 months. And man, have they given me a run for my money? But it's all in stride. The technical people,
What I don't get though, Mom, is
they're all good. They're nice. The civil servants who have to interface with, they're all nice. They're mostly men too, makes it even better.
what I don't get though is why it has to go so many different places.
I don't know. That's just their system. If I was there and it really had to go to all those places, I would have put everybody in a one building.
Yeah, that's what
All
I'm
the
thinking.
departments that this thing need to go to in the various ministries and so on, I would put that particular department in one building. One building. Now, if I couldn't do that, I would have a system, which they do. They do have a system. It's called the Amanda system. They do have it. Next
What
week
does
I'll
that-
show you.
Okay.
Next week I'll show you. They have it. So you can actually go on the system and you can put in the reference number that you get.
Okay, so we can
And you
do
will
that.
know where it reach. Yeah.
Okay.
You'll know where it reach. But
No,
you
what I
won't
find
know where it
tedious
reach.
is
You
that
won't know where it
your
reach.
document-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Unless you're following it like me. Because what it says on the Amanda system will reach further than that.
Oh.
But it don't say it.
Oh. Because I just find it a little tedious that the physical document is traveling
Around.
around.
And this thing started digital. So all these drawings were digital. But for some reason, Jamaica loves to go back to the stone ages of paper. So anything that starts digital, they give you on paper. Like I went to one of them and I saw her. I said, "Can I get a copy of a letter that you're sending out?" She says, "Yes." She goes, she prints it. And I see her folding it very neat. And she put it in an envelope. And she actually addressed it to me. I'm like, I'm sitting right here in front of you. Yeah. But I'm just laughing and I'm saying, just look at this. But this is trained to do that, right?
Yeah.
No, mustn't leave the office without it being a proper envelope. And
Stamp it too. You just stamp the date that
yeah,
they give you.
yeah. But Jamaicans, come on, man. I'm not a big school. I don't see any reason why we need to convert the digital blueprints to paper. You should be able to can look at the digital, figure out what needs to be changed, you make the changes digital, and then you print it to approve it and stamp it. Come on, guys. We need to really have a system where we upload those documents to you and you do what you're supposed to do. I cannot imagine why. And then they want to print big too, you know. Guys, that's the only little nuance I find with this whole thing. But actually, I love subdivisions. And by the way, I've actually started writing the course. So for those of you who would want to buy that course, I've actually started it. So hopefully, I can bounce it out of the way and get it going.
Meliku wanted to confirm something. She
Mm.
says 70 for NHD, but does the local banks also do 70 as the age?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, of course, Butter Queen says, looking forward to the Portland development, hoping to get a lot. What are the proposed size and costs?
That I don't know yet because they keep asking us to tweak this, change this, da 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 da.
Right, so we have to wait
We
on
have to
that.
wait on that. We have to wait until they actually give us the approvals. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited. I mean, our development down there is gonna be the game changer. It's gonna be the bomb. It's gonna be where you want to live. It's gonna be like nice, nice, nice. Yeah, he told me
Nice,
just
nice,
nice,
nice.
nice, nice. And all of our shareholders and everybody who is really integral in this is really looking forward to it. And we just have a cool set of shareholders who just roll and roll. As you know, we all came together from this very forum here. That's how we all came together. And we have just really melded and gelled and we've gotten it done. And we're mostly ladies too, but we have the men who kind of temper us a little bit. You need a balance, guys. But we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to just blowing it out of the park. And we're looking forward to other developers just follow us to Portland. Really. I mean, they're on the North Coast now doing anything, but we're looking forward to them just following us to
But
Portland.
I do think that when the roads are being done, so the road is going to deliver of their materials and stuff. I think they are going to go to Portland and do some developments there while the
While the
North
North
Coast
Coast
is
is
being
being
fixed.
developed,
Yeah.
yeah. And because we're in first, our property values will just rise and rise and rise. And then we're in the part of Portland where the road was already repaired. That's where we are. So we're not encountering no bad road, stuff like that. Thank God. We're on the main, right? I said God is good enough. God is really good. The universe worked for us. And that's the thing. I want you to have faith in the universe. Once you say you're going to do something, you step forward. The universe will open up and help you. That's just how it is, hands down. It just opens up and helps you. And it will bring the people that you need as well to help. And everybody benefits. Everybody is better off for having come together, joining, which is why you hear me saying, join together, get your families together. Tony and now she come now and have a super family. That don't get off the ground yet. But as I said, once you open up to the universe, it will happen, Tony.
Yeah.
So just wait. We don't choose a family name yet. But we know the super families in Jamaica. There's no reason for us as blacks, Jamaicans, not to have super families. Yes, we don't get a head start, but we're not far behind. We're not far
And
behind.
we can jump ahead.
And we can jump ahead.
People don't realize that.
Yeah, we can jump ahead, you know? So there's nothing to stop us from jumping ahead, really. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Just your mindset, right? How you
and
think.
a few committed people.
And your commitment. That's all it is. And of course, no finances. Financial literature is important, right? So we might create an app for the yes many people. Don't want them to follow until we find another property. You're right. Three blade ceiling fan said God is good all the time. Yes, Malipu, I'm sure they're gonna follow anything good. Them follow as was one good something start, everybody pop in, pop up, pop up. That's just how it is. But it don't matter. You follow good leaders, you follow good people, you follow
And the
you
thing
go
too,
where there's progress,
with
right?
Jamaica too is once you do it right, there's usually a buyer in the market for it.
Once you do it right.
Mm-hmm.
And this team, this EcoStat team, have a lot of brain power with it. A lot of ideas. It's just mind blowing. And when a lot of persons come together, it's amazing how I hear my grandsons knocking on the door. It's time to go to dinner, actually. Tony, get Xander. Let me let him say hi.
You can open it, Xander.
Xander, open.
Open door, please.
Xander?
Sounds like he's gone off.
You want to open it?
Sure.
And he's probably... Right, oops. All right, so while Tony looks if Xander. Yeah, God is good all the time, right? And we may state in all harbor. No, don't stop that. Come, Xander.
They're leaving.
Oh, they're going on. Wim came on and sold out phase one, I think. Spoke to them the other day. So they don't have any selling right now. But they have another phase coming out. But they're getting out. They're sold out to phase one. They're building. Soon getting ready to hand over. So they're doing good. They're doing well. Right. Can the new group be a part of this new family, super family? Yeah, but the thing is, we haven't set the parameters for the family. But yes, so the basic concept is to have one family where you come together, you join a family. So this is not a traditional family, mother, father, whatever. This is different people, different families coming together with them expertise or whatever. But Tony also thinks that we should have one name. So we should change all our names, our last names to one name. That way, 20, 30 years from now, when somebody says the millionaire family or I'm watching the show named Dynasty now. So there is a Carrington family, right? I'm binge watching that show. The Carrington family. When somebody says that, like when somebody says now the Azans family or the Mafood family, you kind of know who they are, right? So
yeah, because 20, 30 years from now, nobody's gonna even know that, oh, it was a group of 10 individuals who came together and started a family in a very non-traditional sense, right? And then just built together forward and now have this branch of business or businesses that they control.
Right. They will know if they got your history and go read up.
Yeah, always is going to be on the About Us page.
Yeah. But basically that's what it is. But we know we have a lot of egos, and especially men, they want to keep their names and blah, blah, blah. Not as if they have a great grand family coming from, but it's just an ego thing, right, Tony?
I mean, I only want to be tied to a name that's great. I mean, if your name don't mean anything when you look back 20 years into it, what's the point of it?
What's the point of the name?
What's the point of the name?
Yeah. So like Benningfield and Rothschild and
right, those names mean something.
Yeah.
If you have those names, you hold on to it.
Yeah, the Kennedy family, the Knowles family, it means so. All right, everybody. So thank you so much for staying with us. We answered all your questions this week. So thank you. And remember the book club. Tony couldn't find the link, but you can WhatsApp us. We send you the link so you can register. And then the book club starts on September 3. That's next week, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's Sunday coming.
Yeah.
And it's going to be before we come on to live, so that the persons in England can actually jump in.
We need to decide on a time so that I can send out notifications this week about it.
Right. All right. So everybody have a great weekend. And thank you again for joining us.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Enough blessings this week.